Hi, everyone. For everyone still just joining, again, I'm going to give it just a few more minutes here, about the 5-minute mark to begin. Just want to allow people to join. Thank you. All right. So looks like everyone's in. Wonderful. So again, my name is Wayne Gladman. Today I'm going to be going through Ebsta inbox for Outlook. Right. So first thing to start off, basically we're running these webinars so people can pretty much, as more people are working from home, right, we want to make everyone aware of kind of all the features that are available to them, whether they're a customer or possibly a future customer. But in these crazy times, more people working from home. So we just want to help them be as productive as possible with the tools that are available. So first thing, again, my name is Wayne Gladman. I'm Customer Success Director for Ebsta. I handle all of Ebsta's European customers. And my main goal with Ebsta is pretty much to make sure that my customers achieve the most value from the tools that we have, right? And that goes for every one of our customer success people. That is really what we're trying to do. So we do that through these webinars, through individual training sessions that you can set up with the person that's assigned to you. But that's really what we're trying to do. So next thing is, you know, at Ebsta, we believe that relationships are the most important part of your business. And seeing those relationships that are inside of Salesforce is even more important, right? So we built this tool specifically to basically allow you to see Salesforce into some of the environments you spend most of your time, one of those being Outlook, right? So for today's agenda, I'm going to show you a really quick getting started guide on how to just download, connect up, and start using. And then we're just going to jump right into a live demo. We're going to go through, again, the quick start guide on connecting, what that looks like, how to build automated sales workflows or cadences, which I'm going to show you, how to track emails within Outlook, and then how to access Salesforce email templates, import those directly in, how to sync emails and calendars to Salesforce, and then finally, accessing Salesforce from anywhere, right? And then also I'm going to end off with some helpful resources. And if you want to stick around at the very end, I'm going to do a Q&A where you can type in your questions and I'll answer them on the fly. So first thing, getting started, right? You can install us via the add-ins button in Outlook via Microsoft App Source, right? Once you have it installed, you just connect Outlook and Salesforce to the solution, connect up your calendars. You can sync emails if you wanted to as well. And then, of course, the most important thing, open up a new message, make sure email tracking is on, and you send your first email, send with Ebsta. And that will ensure that email tracking stays on for you. Okay, so next thing, let's get into a live demo. I'll pull that up right here. So what we have is just Ebsta inbox for Outlook, right? So this solution lives in the right-hand side of your Outlook inbox, appearing right here. The idea is anytime you open an email from somebody, right, and that email matches an existing record inside of Salesforce, Ebsta is going to show you that information right from the window. So you can quickly understand what the record looks like inside of Salesforce. So the idea is the information that's shown here comes directly from Salesforce. The fields that are shown should be identical to the object inside of Salesforce itself. So if you're using Job Science or Talent Rover, same exact idea. We'll show all those available fields and we can tweak it if there's certain custom fields that need to be available. Also from this area, you can access full list of saved emails. These are activities against the record. So log calls, logged emails, you can see those from this window, right? If you see next steps, these are tasks that are against the specific contact or object, right? So upcoming tasks. Cadences, this is important because I'm going to go through this in a second, but this shows if this contact is in an active or previous Ebsta email cadence. So this shows the cadences that they were in and even shows the response rates, the click rate on that person experienced. Okay, and then finally, you also have access to the opportunities area where if this person is in a contact role for a specific opportunity, you can see that op right here. Also functionality right here, right? You can search Salesforce. It's pretty standard. You can just search various objects. All your tracked emails, if you click on this, you can actually see a full activity feed. So these are going to be an activity feed of all tracked emails that have taken place If you actually click on all tracked emails, gives you a bit more data. You can see unopened versus opened emails through here. What's really cool is you can open that up and you can see, you know, this email was received at this time, If they clicked on links, right, you'll be able to see that. This one was open a number of times, right? And this one, they actually clicked on a link down here, right? So this is good in the event that you're emailing someone, you're not getting a response, and you just want to get insight if they've even opened the email, right? Or kind of how they interacted with it. Okay, and to kind of keep on email tracking, let me just close this down. And one thing that everyone should have as well is the Ebsta Chrome extension. Have this installed in Chrome because this goes hand in hand with the Outlook tool. But if you actually click on this, click on the gear icon at the bottom right, and if you go to Access to Control Panel, this will take you to the Ebsta Control Panel, and you're going to actually be able to click on Optimize on the left-hand side, and you're going to be able to pull a tracking analysis report of those tracked emails. So unopened versus open email ratio is available right here. You get a timeline of how much emails have been opened over the course of the previous month, in the past month. And even better, if you scroll down, you can even see which subject lines are performing the best, which Salesforce email templates are performing the best, right? Which campaigns, which are cadences, which again, I'm gonna go over in just a second, which ones are those working the best, and which links get the highest click rate. And this tool is meant to be collaborative, right? So we want to allow you to kind of see how the rest of the team is getting on. So you can actually click on all users. And here you can see unopened versus open for the whole team. And you can actually see for the whole team as well, you know, which subject lines, templates, cadences, and which links all performing the best across everyone, right? So you can actually see what maybe you're doing different or what someone else is doing different if they're successful. Just get more insight into that. Okay, you can also do a team search if you want to build a specific team set of people and you want to run a report against them, and you can space this report out by a number of days. Okay, then jumping back into Outlook here. Now we have the cadence functionality. That's this megaphone icon right here. And this allows you to choose a cadence and add someone to it, right? Now, what I'm going to do is let me just go back and actually show you how to create a cadence, because the main purpose of a cadence, right, is to get a response. These cadences are email sequences that you build that are unique to you, right? So they're meant to look like emails coming from you, because essentially they are. They're coming from your sent folder. But what you can do is, again, jump back into Chrome. And if you're already in the console, right, you can actually click on Cadences on the left-hand side. And then you can go to New Cadence right here. And you just want to name it first. So we'll just name it, hey, Outlook Webinar. And then you can create your first email. Add email step. And again, these emails are coming from you, right? So make them as personal as possible. This is as if you are sending an email. But you can actually insert merge fields. So if you add people en masse to these cadences, it'll just import the designated information. Or if you have Salesforce email templates, you can access those right from this window, right? But once the email is created and it's how you like it, you can click save. And then here's where it gets really interesting. You can start defining the logic. So you can say, if no response to this email, in 3 days, I want it to send this email, right? And you build this how you want. Right now again, the concept of this tool is it's supposed to get a response, right? So once you get a response, the person is effectively removed from this cadence, because then you have an inbound email, right? We don't want to be just continuing on with the cadence. That's why it's important to have if no response. Okay, so a lot of my customers, they'll do 5, 6 emails. That's usually a good number, but you space them out by a number of days. You know, so we're not emailing them every day, but at least Ebsta will consistently be following up with people. And really, if you're adding people to cadences regularly, your email output is going to go up exponentially, Because as you're adding more people, Ebsta in the background is following up with those people that aren't responding to you, which traditionally, right, is, you're looking at about 80%, depending on your industry, of people that don't respond. But Ebsta will keep responding for you. And then, of course, once we get that response, then we've done the job and you can have that conversation. Now, one thing I always recommend whenever you're building a cadence, the other part of piece of functionality you have with cadences is when you add a step, instead of creating another email, it's good to end a cadence with a task creation. And that's what this checkbox is here, this check mark. If you click on this, this will basically create a task inside of Salesforce. So in the event someone runs through this whole cadence, right, and they don't respond to any of those emails, it's good to be aware of the people that haven't responded to the cadences that you've added them to, right? So a lot of people will create the task, they'll put in the description call, or you could put like connect on LinkedIn, whatever. You can just click save. Now you have this task created. So that means that if I add people to cadences and they don't respond, a task gets created, and then I go into Salesforce and I can see my list of open tasks. And in effect, that could be a call list. And it's even better because I know I've already reached out to them, however many emails were before that. So it allows some sort of kind of a warm lead sense, right? And of course, in my role, customer success, I use this all the time to stay engaged with people, right? Because I want to stay engaged with my customers. I want to make sure they're aware of Ebsta's new features, that training is available, right? But I have over 200 customers, right? So the idea is I want to stay engaged with them, all of them, consistently. And the best way to do that is to add them to these unique cadences that I create. Now, once you've created the cadence how you like it, you click save, right? And that cadence gets created. And then it shows it right here, little preview. And if I go into Outlook, again, there's a number of ways you can add people to cadences. If you get an email from someone, you want to quickly you want to respond to that email with a cadence, right? You just click on it, imports the information directly. Or if you click on new email, you'll see the Ebsta window also populates in a new email for you, but it's a little bit different. And it's what I talked about when you're first getting started, right? You want to make sure that tracking icon is toggled on. So we're tracking this email. And from this area, if say I want to add someone, so I'll just type in my colleague Preet here, and I go to add to cadence. I can find the cadence that I created. Now I'm on a demo account right now, so that cadence that I created isn't showing up here, but the cadences that you create will populate in this area. You could search by name up here if you like, but you choose a cadence that you want. Again, same exact idea. Imports that information directly in there. If you want to add additional people, you can click on this plus icon. You can put in the various people that you have in there. And actually, an even quicker way of doing this, because if say you want to add to, if you want to pull a list out of Salesforce, right? Or you have an Excel doc of leads or contacts you want to reach out to. The best way to do that is if you actually just jump right back into Chrome. You go into Salesforce, and this is why it's very important to have the Chrome extension installed, even though you're an Outlook user, is if you go to a contact or lead list, or if you're using job sites like a hot list, you'll get this button right here, Add Tabs to Cadence. And from this button, if you click on it, you choose the cadence, and there's that cadence I just created. And you can either do one by one, or if you click on Add Recipients, you can build a list in our view. You can access a Salesforce view, so a contact or lead list right here, right? Just import directly into this area. Or what I probably like to do is a CSV doc, right? So an Excel doc, just make sure it's saved as a CSV. That's very important. And then we have the CSV format requirements. Those are just like headers. So first name, last name, email. That's so we get the merged fields correctly. And we do have a limit of 500 contacts, but what I like to really suggest is keep it at the most 50 to 100 at the very most, just because it's better to operate in the sense that, we don't want these emails going into spam. Some spam filters may pay attention to emails that are going out at the exact same time. So, but I always tell everyone to start small, start sending out, 5, 10 people at a time, work your way up to 20, and just kind of see what the responses you get back are. right? And then since you have your Outlook connected, you'll see your Outlook email up here. So you can be sure that these emails are gonna be coming out of your Outlook send folder. Okay. And these emails that you're sending, you know, they can be saved into Salesforce as activities if you want, or you have a delay send. So if you're like today working on a Friday and you want your email to go, you want your cadence to begin first thing Monday, click on that little clock icon, choose the day, choose the time, click schedule, and it'll go out at that time. And then of course these emails are being tracked, right? So you make sure that toggle is on, very important, so we can see which cadences are performing the best. And we also got a link right here, manage cadences. This takes you again to that console, right? Where you can see all those cadences that you've already created. And you can even see the engagement on those cadences. Obviously I don't have a lot demo account, but you'll start seeing a lot more when you start pushing out more cadences, right? And then the people icon will show you everyone that's listed. So this is pretty useful in the sense, say you get a call back from someone, say, hey, I saw your email. I want to book a meeting, something like that. Obviously they've responded, right? But just not via email. So Ebsta wouldn't know to naturally take them out. The easiest way to remove them from a cadence, search their email address. Their email will pop up here. You just choose the one that you want. And you'll see the cadences that they're on, and there'll be an action caret right here where you can click on it and it'll prompt you, you can either pause the cadence or stop it entirely for that individual. Okay. If we jump back into Outlook, again, just want to jump into this. You do have some other functionality in this window. You know, again, as you're sending emails, you can add them to Salesforce as activities. With that send to add. You can add to various objects just by searching them down here. Clicking confirm. Salesforce email templates. You can import those Salesforce email templates directly into the body of the email. And then also you can, again, like we talked about, right? You can quickly add someone to a cadence through that button. And then a calendar link, right? This is pretty cool because you can insert a calendar link into the body of your email. So it just makes it easier for someone to book a meeting with you. Right? So I use this all the time. People put this in their email signature. And it kind of just looks like this, right? Just shows availability. And you can actually configure this how you want. So if I jump back into the console, again, I'll click on the Chrome extension, click on the settings icon, access to control panel. And then if you click on settings at the bottom left, you'll have meeting scheduler right here. And you'll first see your email address that's hooked up to it, or you can connect a different one if you like. Subject, title, location, this is all what just goes directly into the invite when it goes on the calendar. You can put in a standard booking period. Mine's set at 30 minutes for people that book through the link. Meeting padding, so you're not getting booked back to back. Minimum versus max advance notice. You want to allow people to give you when they're booking. And then also if there's only a certain window of your calendar that you want to be sharing, you could do that right here. Obviously we respect what's already there, right? So if you have meetings booked, those won't show as available, but if there's only a certain window, you choose the times. And then also this is how the calendar page looks. So you can change up the color, any text that's on there. And then finally, this is what you require from them when they're booking a meeting with you. First name, last name, email, standard, but you can put in your own fields. So like purpose of call, something like that. And then the other thing that's probably good to go over on this, when you're using Inbox, if you click on settings one more time in the console, you do have some syncs that are available. Now, when it comes to the first one, email sync, this is a way to sync every single email that you send and receive directly into Salesforce. Now, if this is something you want to do, I would recommend reaching out to us and speaking to your Salesforce administrator, right? Just to make sure that it's a company-wide thing. Because when we send every single email, right, every email will go into Salesforce. So we just want to be aware that's what, you know, the main goal is for the Salesforce org. But that function is available. And from a user perspective, Once the admin sets it up with all this mapping configurations, as a user, you'll just have this mailbox section right here, and you just click on Add Office 365, or most likely OAuth, what a lot of people are using with Microsoft. And it just connects up, logs every single email, goes against the record in the activity history. Okay, and then also you have the ability, if you click on Settings, you have Calendar Sync. We have one of the best calendar syncs available with Salesforce. This just syncs up your Outlook calendar with your Salesforce events calendar. So if people that are invitees on those events, are related to records inside of Salesforce, that event will show in the activity history. Really powerful when it comes to tracking the meetings that you're booking, just reflecting that against the record. Right? You just basically sync up what you want. You choose what you're using, which again, most likely OAuth, a lot of Microsoft people are using. Okay. And then again, the main reason why everyone should also have that Chrome extension one more time, right, is that we consider Ebsta everywhere. So it's not only just in your Outlook inbox, but if you go to LinkedIn and you say you go to someone's profile, like for instance, I'll go to Stephen Shaw right here. We have a matching record for Stephen in my Salesforce database. So this allows you to quickly access records, because as a user now, you can actually access this account just by clicking on the blue bar, and it takes you straight to that account inside of Salesforce. You get in the habit of clicking on that blue bar, I promise you, it'll speed up your process. It'll just make things easier instead of having to toggle into Salesforce and search the search bar at the top. You could just click on that blue bar, or if you're just in Chrome and you're just going from various websites, you can highlight text. If you want to search your Salesforce database, right click on that highlighted text and do Ebsta search, and that'll force the blue bar to search whatever text that you have. Okay. Wonderful. Well, let me pull up one more time here, go back to my little PowerPoint I got, and just some takeaways, right? So we build personalized cadences that automate follow-ups and tasks. And you can even do that from this Add to Cadence button inside of Salesforce. You can track emails in real time and monitor the performance of templates and cadences for that matter, right? Effortlessly schedule meetings by sharing your calendar availability. So that calendar link, really helpful to start using. And then quick access to Salesforce records, whether you're in Outlook, it'll automatically look it up, or on LinkedIn, or just any website in Chrome. And then finally, automatically capture emails and calendar events inside of Salesforce through that sync functionality. Okay, just a few more helpful information. And this will come to you as well. You'll get this. But, works with Outlook and requires a Salesforce login with this tool. If you're not currently a customer, it's just $30 a month per mailbox that you connect. You can download directly from Microsoft App Source. We got a full knowledge base that goes through everything here. And then also there's a bunch of tutorial videos just like this on our YouTube page. And then we have a dedicated team who can help you with any additional training, troubleshooting. I'm not the only one on the customer success team, so we're all here to help. And then this recording will also be shared with you after you, so feel free to rewatch it at any time. And then, we have a full support team, support@ebsta.com, always available to you if you have technical issues. And then now, let me just open it up for Q&A. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to type it in the window there, and I'll just answer away. Doesn't look like any questions are going to be coming through. No problem. Well, one last thing I have here is just to thank you for joining. And, we want everyone to stay safe out there. Again, my name is Wayne Gladman, WayneGladman@ebsta.com. If you have questions, feel free to email me directly if you like. If you're a customer, though, you probably have a designated customer success person. Feel free to reach out to them. And, again, we're running these webinars pretty regularly. So if you wanted to join again, get another refresher, happy to do it. But just want to make sure we're there for our customers during this crazy time. But other than that, again, appreciate you joining, and take care. Thank you.